6 ways to prevent gray hair. Gray hair happens. Those of us who are lucky enough to rack up birthdays and lead colorful lives will notice that our hair has started to lose its hue over time. While people, especially women, used to try to cover up gray hair for as long as possible, the tide is shifting. Graying is a natural process, says Dr. Viktoryia Kazlouskaya, M.D. Ph.D., a board-certified dermatologist and CEO of Dermatology Circle PLLC. Recently, it's become a trend on social media to demonstrate that gray hair can still be healthy and beautiful. Yet, much like not everyone moved their hair parts from the side to the middle along with Gen Z, you might not be ready to channel your inner Jane Fonda or George Clooney and embrace graying. That's understandable, especially if you're a woman. Healthy, beautiful hair is often seen as a sign of youth and beauty, Dr. Kazlouskaya says. Gray hair is associated with aging, and we still have double standards when it comes to beauty. While you don't owe it to anyone to act or appear younger than you are, you also get to decide how you look. And if you want to know how to prevent gray hair, the truth is, you can't. You also can't control every reason hair goes gray. However, it's possible to slow graying hair. Dr. Kazlouskaya shared 6 ways to slow hair graying, including the vitamins and minerals your locks crave. Why does hair go gray? You may wake up one day and start noticing gray hairs seemingly overnight, but it's a process that actually takes time. We get our hair color from specialized cells in the hair bulb known as melanocytes, Dr. Kazlouskaya. These cells synthesize melanin, which is then transported to the hair shaft, Dr. Kazlouskaya says. Each hair follicle on your head grows in 4 phases, happens in phases. Anagen, growth, catagen, telogen, rest, exogen. Your mane can walk and chew gum at the same time. During this cycle, melanin is synthesized, transported to the hair shaft, and given a signature hue. This process continues while the hair grows during what's called the anagen phase and stops when it enters a resting or shedding phase, Dr. Kazlouskaya says. At some point, melanocytes stop delivering pigment to the hair, which leads to graying, Dr. Kazlouskaya says. This process naturally happens to everyone. So, can you prevent gray hair? No. Can you delay or speed up the graying process? Potentially. For instance, diet may factor into when you go gray and is something you have more control over than age. Eating a diet poor in specific micronutrients and one that is deficient in protein could affect the way your body utilizes its melanin production, explains Sarah Keathley, MS, RD, LD, a registered dietitian with top nutrition coaching. That may play a role in determining whether or not our hair turns gray or white. Unfortunately, there's no silver bullet food that'll reverse or slow graying hair, and diet alone likely won't do the trick. Diet can play a role in the early onset of gray hair, but it's not the only factor. Genetics, stress, and environmental exposures all contribute as well, says Dr. Supatra Tovar, Psy.D, RD, a clinical psychologist, registered dietitian, and fit expert. Related? Does perimenopause cause hair loss? OBGYNs share the truth. 6 ways to prevent gray hair, or at least slow it down. Lower stress. The idea that a stressful season of life is giving you gray hair? It's not a euphemism. Research has linked stress with premature graying as seen in studies on mice placed in stressful environments, Dr. Kazlouskaya says. A small but growing body of research on humans also points to the idea that stress can quicken the graying process. For instance, a 2020 study of 50 people with gray hair between ages 25 and 30 linked gray hair with oxidative stress. Personal stressors can cause oxidative stress in the body, which occurs when free radicals and antioxidants are out of sorts. Chronic stress can trigger chronic inflammation, affecting your hair's hue, according to a 2018 review and Dr. Tovar. Chronic inflammation can impact hair health and color by putting stress on melanocytes, Dr. Tovar says. When these cells are inflamed, they may be less effective at producing pigment, potentially leading to a lighter or grayer hue. Reducing inflammation helps protect melanocytes and maintain hair health. Lowering stress using mindfulness and relaxation techniques like breathing exercises or seeking professional help as needed can help, Dr. Kazlouskaya says. Consume an anti-inflammatory diet. Chronic inflammation can factor into hair graying. One way to reduce inflammation and slow or prevent hair graying, at least for now, is through diet. Dr. Tovar suggests loading up on anti-inflammatory foods like leafy greens, like spinach and kale, fatty fish, especially salmons and sardines, berries, especially blueberries and strawberries, turmeric. Dr. Tovar recommends deprioritizing certain foods that can increase inflammation in the body, including refined carbs, white bread, pastries, fried and processed foods like chips and French fries, sugary beverages, soda and sweetened coffees, red and processed meats, bacon and sausage. Load up on essential vitamins and nutrients. If none of the above sounds all that appealing to you, that's okay. Digging deeper into the nutrients they contain can help you find foods that nourish your hair. Keathley points to research showing that deficiencies in the following nutrients are possibly linked to graying hair: B vitamins, B12 and B9, calcium, iron, biotin. A diet severely deficient in protein may also cause a lack of pigmentation in the hair follicles, affecting the color of your hair. This deficiency will likely change the hair's natural color to gray or white over a period of time. A 2018 review noted data indicating that reversible hair graying is seen in people whose diet lacks protein. While supplements are often prescribed, there isn't much evidence to support their use. Instead, Keathley suggests getting these minerals through foods. Here are some more ideas: vitamin B12 from tuna, turkey breast, ground beef, nutritional yeast, fortified foods and other dairy products. Folic acid from asparagus, Brussels sprouts, oranges, peanuts, kidney beans, and fortified foods like flours and breakfast cereals. Iron from white beans and chickpeas. Biotin from eggs, salmon, pork chops, sunflower seeds, and sweet potatoes. Copper from baking chocolate, potatoes, shiitake mushrooms, cashews, and sunflower seeds. Calcium from yogurt, no sugar added orange juice, mozzarella, non-fat milk, and salmon. Additionally, berries are packed with antioxidants, which is why Dr. Tovar included them on her list. If strawberries and blueberries aren't your jam, perhaps raspberries or blackberries are. You can experiment. 4. See your doctor. While graying hair is part of aging, it might also indicate an underlying condition. Regular checkups and blood work can help uncover these issues before they worsen and cause other health problems. Conditions like thyroid disease and vitamin B12 deficiency can lead to premature graying, Dr. Kazlouskaya says. Graying may also be caused by medications, so your doctor may advise. Dr. Kazlouskaya adds that your doctor can also refer you to a board-certified dermatologist who can provide evidence-based, personalized advice on hair care. Number 5, quit smoking or don't start it. In case you needed another reason to ditch smoking, smoking has been shown to accelerate premature graying, Dr. Kazlouskaya says, adding that secondhand smoke is also a culprit. A 2021 review noted that smoking can raise the odds of premature graying and hair loss. Protect your hair from the sun. We often discuss how UV rays can harm the skin, but the skin is not the only body part at risk. UV light can damage hair and its pigment, Dr. Kazlouskaya says. Again, it comes down to oxidative stress. Wearing a hat or silky scarf and seeking shade can reduce the damage to your hair and skin for that matter. Related, I'm an OBGYN. This is the one vitamin I'm begging postmenopausal women to get more of. When to embrace going gray. The timetable is in your hands whenever you want, Dr. Kazlouskaya says. It's entirely your choice. Embrace your gray or cover it with color. It's up to you, and no one should judge. That said, the above 6 tips are good for hair health and overall well-being. Implementing them can help you live a longer, healthier life, regardless of whether you love your gray mane or consider your hairstylist your BFF.